Spider-Man 2. It's one of the most talked about Sony games on the horizon. While God of War Ragnarok is coming first, the new open-world superhero game from Insomniac isn't far behind. Welcome to Video Game Leaks, everybody, and today we are going to talk about the release date of Spider-Man 2. There are a lot of people that are highly anticipating this game, and they have expectations through the roof after Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. So it's a big deal. Make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you have your notifications fully turned on. Now, there is no set release date right now, but we've gotten hints, we've gotten leaks, and we've compiled some information to kind of give you the best possible prediction of when this game is actually going to be able to drop into your hands. So you let me know if you're pre-ordering it, drop a like, and here they come. Now, Spider-Man 2 was originally revealed in late 2021, which isn't a huge shock at all. The 2018 Spider-Man is one of the best-selling games of the year, despite only being available on one system. Since then, we've gotten a remastered version, a standalone sequel, and there's even a PC port coming later this summer. Now, the sequel was an inevitability, but there's still some unanswered questions, and it's unclear if the game is going to be released on the PS4, as Sony has seemingly gone back on their original plan to ditch the previous console for new releases. But perhaps the biggest question is regarding the release date. Now, with God of War Ragnarok dropping in November, Spider-Man 2 is the next big Sony exclusive game, but Sony likely doesn't want to release the game too close to Ragnarok. I mean, the last thing you want to do as a publisher is cannibalize your own fan base with too many big games at once. Then again, God of War Ragnarok and Spider-Man 2, I don't think they would hurt each other. I don't think they would cannibalize each other personally. I think everybody would buy both and play both and have a great time. But I guess I understand from a business side where they're coming from. I get it. So they have to wait a little while, put a little gap, focus on God of War, and kind of let it matriculate. I don't even know if that's the right word for that, but it sounded really smart. So, the game is currently expected to release in 2023. That would put it roughly 2 years after the initial reveal trailer, which is pretty typical of modern gaming industry. Actually, it's pretty fast if you think about it, because nowadays we get a trailer or a teaser, and then the game could be 2 years later, or it could be 5 years down the road. I think back to Elder Scrolls 6. You guys in the comment section, tell me, when did we get that quick teaser of Elder Scrolls 6? Was that 3 years ago at E3? Or am I mistaken? Anyway, the point is, it's a big window after the first teaser, or after the, well, we already got the first teaser, after the trailer comes out, or the announcement comes out. We already actually got a trailer too, so we're kind of past that point. So they kind of have to be committed to a degree. Now, the original Spider-Man launched in September, so it's possible that Spider-Man 2 launches close to the game's 4th anniversary in September of 2023. That would make a lot of sense. They could use that as fanfare. But with all that being said, I mean, what is Sony's big game going to be from early to mid-2023? You can't miss windows. There's certain quarters you have to have big games, and that's how they schedule everything out. God of War Ragnarok is 2022's big game. Spider-Man 2 could be 2023 fall to holiday season big game, but what about the first 6 to 8 months of 2023? We know God of War is going to be their big winter game, and it will spill over into 2023. People will love it, but there's only so far it can go as a single-player game, right? I mean, there's a lot of games in the pipeline, so is Sony really going to wait all the way until late 2023 to release another big exclusive? Well, the answer is yes. I truly, truly think they will. God of War Ragnarok is going to sell like absolute wildfire. It's likely going to continue selling months and months after release, similar to the last game. So if you're sitting in that big boardroom way up in the executive Sony tower and you're talking about your strategy on the board, you're saying, you know what? We can hold off until September or October of 2023 for Spider-Man 2, because honestly, God of War Ragnarok will carry that hype for quite some time. But you have to be careful with that. Once again, single-player game for the most part. I mean, I don't think there's any multiplayer involved in it at all. And even though it's God of War Ragnarok and it carries its own, I mean, look at Elden Ring, look at God of War 2018, that's still a gap. That's a big gap. That's a year gap. Maybe they're just thinking they'll bring in some smaller stuff throughout the spring and into the summer to keep everybody happy. So overall, here's my prediction. I'm expecting Spider-Man 2 to drop in quarter 3 or 4 of 2023. Most likely, I'm going to hone it into somewhere between September in November. It will come out before the end of 2023. I hope I don't regret saying that, but they're not going to miss this holiday season. That is prime. They know it's going to sell like crazy. Maybe they'll even have a PS5 Pro ready to go and they'll bundle it with that. We could make a whole video about that, but we won't because people get pretty crazy upset when we talk about the PS5 Pro. Anyway, they want the game to be out in time for the holidays, but not in the middle of the summer because that's a horrible time to release new big games. They also don't want to squeeze possible sales away from God of War Ragnarok, so I think quarters 1 and 2 of next year, that gets us all the way to June, there's pretty much a 0 chance. That's the Video Game Leak's official prediction. Between September and November of 2023, we predict you will get your hands on Spider-Man 2. Now, we'll probably get more news about the game at E3 next year. Yes, E3 is confirmed to be coming back next year. And, of course, if we get any new big leaks or rumors about it, we'll be covering them here on the channel as well. I mean, Sony has recently adopted the strategy of holding on to their game announcements until rather soon before the official release, which I could talk about that too. I actually don't mind that. It actually kind of goes with the gripe we've had forever. Like I said, Elden Ring 6, announcing a game, or look at the Skull and Bones. I think it was like 4 years ago too. Announcing a game and then literally not giving the fans the game for half of a decade. It's ridiculous. So I kind of like the fact that they're easing into this, holding on to their game announcements until we're actually getting into that 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 month window of the game actually hitting the shelves. I'm cool with that. So with that being said, I would expect more trailers and gameplay at E3 2023, and then a release before November. And I would also expect you'll probably get some more teasers and stuff throughout this year. Nothing huge. I don't think you're going to get anything huge, to be honest with you. But maybe around the holiday season, we'll get something to keep us remembering that it's coming. Not that everybody doesn't know it's coming. And the next one after that could be Wolverine, which we'll talk about in a video in the future as well. We compile any leaks or rumors about that. Thank you for all the love on the channel, guys. We are cruising towards 50,000 subscribers, and it's because of each and every one of you, and we truly appreciate the support on the channel. I have a quick question for you because me and the content team go back and forth. Do you like clean thumbnails, or do you like the thumbnails that have text on them and a lot going on with them? Or you just like clean, just really clean thumbnails with not a lot of text, not a lot of lines and borders? We're curious. We have kind of an inner argument going about it. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you soon.